Bada bing, bada boom. We are back. Thank you so much for joining us yet again. We are starting this new episode. It's episode 16, Supernova. Oh, I always mess up the thing that I'm supposed to say. The name of the game is Voloheen, Winds of War. The name of this episode, episode 16, is Supernova, being dungeon mastered by Carrie over there in that direction. Another warm welcome to Matthew Harazim, our audio production guy, who is jumping in as a special guest character, a very saucy tiefling, if I do say so myself. Egner trusts Soter completely at the moment, but also Egner is very drunk, so we'll see if that changes when Egner sobers up, if Egner ever sobers up. But anyway, when we last left our characters, we were just still hanging in Bronzewood Grove. Soter had kind of awkwardly jumped into the whole situation and is trying to figure out how he can make his way through the new environment with all the new people. And I think Eridu and Soter were just walking together and having a little bit of a little scuffle, a verbal scuffle with each other. And yeah, with that being said, take it away, Carrie.
Well, I think we'll just pick back up exactly where we left off.
Okay.
Yeah. Walking towards the campfire.
Walking towards the campfire.
I'll be honest, I can't remember what the last line was.
Well, it was something that like Eridu was saying, like if I wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead. And then Mordai was like, well, you could try, and
It's true.
that kind of stuff. And then actually, I might have them be walking close enough to the campfire.
Well, I
Where-
thought the next thing that happened is they both
what?
just stopped and made out furiously. That's what I thought was going on.
No,
Sorry.
not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. So they will have been.
Dinner first.
They will be close enough to the campfire where Agner can hear their verbal scuffle going on, and Agner will yell out to them, "Hey, the two of you, can you just stop? Can you just stop measuring your dicks and come take some shots with me or something? Can you just shut up and take a shot? Especially you, Eridu. It's been too long. You know what I mean?"
Of course. Why not? This could be fun.
Ah, so you're smaller then.
What was that?
So you're smaller then.
It's not about the size. It's about the precision.
Well, you missed my head.
Only because I wanted to.
You can keep telling yourself that.
Hey, I told you to shut up, and how about you do that? Okay? And at this point, Alan has been super helpful, and Alan produces a bunch of shot glasses out of somewhere where he keeps helpful things like that. And Egner will have Alan pour out some shots, and he'll distribute them to Mordai and Eridu. And Agner will lead a toast, and he will say, "All right, to shutting up and having a good time as friends that can trust each other. Hey!"
And I'll take a shot.
So that was a bit weak. Do you not have anything stronger?
Yeah, look, you'll have to yell at Alan about that. I told him to get the good stuff that we liberated from the private stock, and then he brought this. So I don't know. Yell at that guy instead.
It's going to turn into a drinking contest next, isn't it?
Eridu will take the next shot and walk over. Actually, he'll bring 3 shots plus his own and walk over to the card game and hand a shot to Leah, hand a shot to Ren, hand a shot to Rue.
To Ellie, sorry.
Yes, that's the word I said.
Uh-huh.
I said Ellie, totally. I heard myself.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie takes it and drinks it, and then kind of like frowns at Ren, like, and then puts her hand over the top of it to like stop him drinking it.
Why would you do that? It'll make him a man. Put hair in his chest and all that.
Ren like frowns at Ellie as well, and sort of like snatches his hand away with the shot glass like still in it, and it spills a little bit on the table. And he kind of looks up at Eridu, and then he takes the shot.
Eridu takes his shot as well and pats Ren lightly on the shoulder. Good on you.
He blushes ever so slightly.
Rue just stares at the shot and observes everyone. The alcohol just pours all over his face as he just flings this thing into his face and attempts to drink it.
That's my boy, Rue. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah. So I had explained what to all the podcast viewers because I realized that they can't see me.
So
Yeah,
where'd the
then-
other one go?
Oh, if you're asking me, I'm not going to respond because I'm just with this other group at the side now, and Leah's not there.
Wait, what was the question?
The other one. Where'd the other one go? Short Dick over there was talking to her.
Oh.
It's Thin Dick.
My apologies. Thin Dick over there was talking to her.
Oh, you're probably talking about Leah.
That's the one. She did
Yeah.
say her name. Something.
Yeah, I don't know. Leah goes off by herself a lot. You know, she's a busy gal and has stuff to do. Is the way that I see that. But you know, I just let her do her thing, whatever it is that she has to do when she is not around us. Yeah, let her do that.
Very helpful. Thank you.
That's what everyone tells me. I'm helpful, Agner Bosch. That's. Yep.
Okay. Something tells me I shall not forget you anytime soon.
Damn straight.
And with that, Soter kind of glances around the campfire and just doesn't really see Leah anywhere, is very confused at the fact that anybody would want to be off on their own. It's a very confusing thing for him. And at that point, he notices his little luminous moth kind of bobbing off in the distance. And Soter just kind of starts trying to catch up to him, cursing under his breath, as usual. That's the problem with having something that flies away. They tend to fly away. It's occupational hazard. So I believe the little moth thingamajig is heading towards where the portal appeared again. So following, I run after and I just shout, "Come on, it's closed, we can't use it. Stop going, no, that's heading back towards the portal. No, do not go through that door. Don't go through the door. Are you even listening to me? I should have got a cat." And I just burst in through the door, flailing wildly, trying to catch the moth, and I believe I bump into Leah.
Yeah, that's definitely where Leah is. Back in the Digloo, she is still basically getting her things together as if she is planning on leaving. So she's packing for a trip, and she screams. Well, yes, a short scream of startledness, which really she should have done the first time when the portal appeared, but she was busy having feelings. So, what are you doing in here?
Sorry, wrong. Is this the wrong time again? As I kind of.
This is always the wrong time.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame Bo. And I point towards the moth.
You
It's not.
take orders from an insect?
Well, no, I don't take orders from an insect. But if I don't catch up with Bo, she tends to fly away. It's not good.
What is Bo to you?
Bo's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, fine. I
You like a
suppose that
familiar?
sounds weird. No, I don't really. I think, well, I've heard of people having familiars, but no, Bo just kind of. Bo's been there. It's a weird. It's weird, okay? It's a luminescent
Yeah.
moth. It can't get any less weird anyway, but it's Bo.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. Do you talk to your moth? And your moth talks back?
Yeah, that's generally what happens with Bo. Um,
Uh, uh-huh.
yeah, well, Bo told me to take the wrong exit. I told her, I said, look, we need to keep moving forward. We're not there yet. And poof. I believe that is the excuse for my first interruption.
Uh-huh. And the excuse for the current one is that she once again is back here.
Yes, that would be correct.
Um, Leah will gamely turn to the moth and say, Bo, do you care to explain yourself?
You don't get a reply.
Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Yep, following your moth is definitely a legitimate excuse and reason for bursting into other people's dwellings. Um,
I'm glad we got that sorted out. I
Mhm.
agree. So you look like you're off in a hurry.
I'm planning on leaving, regardless of what comes out, what everyone else decides to do, which I thought you would be back there discussing with everyone else instead of here with me. That's why I wanted my brother to talk to you. But regardless of what happens, first thing tomorrow, I'm going to be going somewhere.
Okay, that sounds. You're really good at this, like, weird cryptic stuff, aren't you?
No, not usually. Usually I just tell people everything. But this is personal and you don't need to know about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that sounds legitimate. Yeah, I agree. So do you want to come with me? If you're leaving, like, now, anyway, it'd be good for me. I need to get back to camp. I mean, get back.
Where are you going? Just tell me that part. Just tell me. Very, very simple question. Very simple answer. Where are you going?
I'm fine. Okay, I'm going back to the camp.
And what is the camp? Need more information?
Well, you see, that's where you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a, need to know little camp.
But you're proposing taking me to the camp, so I feel like I should know something.
Well, technically, no. I'm just asking if you want to head in the same direction as me. But, I mean, you seem quite special. In
Yeah,
a special kind of way.
I'm the kind of special that shouldn't be around people. That's why I'm leaving. So continuing to be around a person is the opposite of what I'm planning to do.
Well, I'm going to stop you on multiple accounts there. First off, my entire life I've been told I'm not a person, so you're okay. That's fine. And number two, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You seem like you're in a good company of people.
That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem, okay? Soter, your name is Soter?
Yes.
My emotions bleed into other people. I can't control it. I am not good at controlling my powers, and sometimes they are a lot more extreme than just emotions, and sometimes they ruin people's lives, and I may have done that, and I need to leave before it gets worse. It's not safe for you to be near me either. You should definitely go with my brother and other people, not with me.
Soter starts looking quite agitated. He's feeling quite, he feels quite intense, and just turns to Leah and is like, you know what, maybe I should leave. Yeah, no,
Yes.
that doesn't sound like a good idea. And he just turns round as if he's going to leave, and he turns back and goes, only joking. Yeah, no. I've also been told all my life that I don't have any emotions, so you're good. Well, but I mean, tit for tat. You told me needlessly weird things about your specialness. So yeah, we're going back. No, me and Bo, I suppose, we're going back to the camp. It's a place where tieflings go. Um, as I'm sure you're well aware, because you already kind of alluded to it. You know that us tieflings are getting a little bit oppressed. So it's my job to get them out of there and take them somewhere safe. And yeah, I was supposed to be going back to the camp with some people. We got separated. They tried to catch up. Things happened, and well, let's just say I hope they followed the way they were supposed to. Otherwise, that's going to blemish a good record of getting people places. But yeah.
Have have you spoken to Shar at all? Has have any of your people heard anything from Shar?
Well, the last I heard is Shar just, yeah, kind of doesn't thing. So I said you were special, but that might be pushing it a little bit too far. Are you hearing voices?
No, I feel like you should be. What
Huh.
is what has she done? What? Leah's like looking at her pack right now, um, because that's where she's got the shard of glass. Um, but she shakes her head and she's like, I am not going to be getting involved in any goddesses anytime soon. I have learned from other people's mistakes. There are reasons for these things.
Um, I hate to kind of break your concentration there, but why are you talking about goddesses?
Shar should be back out in the world. I don't really feel comfortable telling you why, but I really would have expected her to contact some people. She said that she had plans. She didn't need my help. She's a goddess. She doesn't need me.
From what I've heard about goddesses, of course, this is coming from a guy who apparently doesn't have one. Yeah, they suck to the point that they need mortals. So, they're special, isn't that right, Bo? That good one, good one, good one. You know what? If you've got somewhere, or sorry, nowhere that you're planning to go to, maybe you should come see the camp, see what this magical goddess has got in store.
Mm.
See, what tieflings are really like. See how we're trying to put ourselves back together, trying to figure out how to make a world that despises us coexist with us without having everything taken away, all of our free will, everything. We can't, there's nothing. Just between you and me, I wasn't, I was young when I got out. And those are the kind of people that need to get out. Just before this group that I brought back, it was kids. It was nothing but young tieflings who were being forced into servitude because their parents were forced into servitude. Their grandparents were forced into servitude for no discernible reason other than we were tieflings. And it's wrong. Something tells me that you can see that too.
Yeah, you're literally pushing Leah's buttons right now, so.
Like, I tried to get everybody out, but it's impossible. I'm just one guy. I can only get out so many people. And trust me, when they're out, they don't want to go back in to get them, to get others. That's why the kids need to go. That's why the elderly need to go. They're going to be no more. They're just the husks of non-people. Because, no, if I explain the joke, it's not funny. Maybe it's fate that brought us together. I need allies. And let's face it, Aigner said he'd vouch for me. It's got to mean something.
At the moment, that means a lot less than what you're telling me. No offense, Aigner, but he was and is and continues to be very drunk. However, of course I want to help you.
There we go. It's done. Let's go.
I'm not going to go without telling my brother. I promised him I wouldn't.
Okay. You know what? How far away is the camp?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
The camp that you're going to?
No, sorry, the campfire. The one that Eridu may be getting drunk at.
Barely anywhere away, like.
Not far.
Yeah, within sight
Yeah.
of the doorway, I would say.
And
Awesome.
Eridu is attempting to convince Ellie to go to her parents. That's the only reason why drinking is happening.
In
Okay. So, Soter would just like to cast a little bit of minor illusion and whisper to Eridu, "Should have bought me dinner. We're off." And then I turn to Leah and go, "Right, he's been told. Let's skedaddle out of here."
This Leah hears you like just whispering into the air, "Should have bought me dinner, we're off," right?
I think so. I wasn't being stealthy about it.
She will look at him really weird.
oh god.
No, that was it. She's just looking.
On that, then we'll jump back to Eridu at the fire with Ellie and Rue and Ren, drinking. Agnes there too.
Mm-hmm.
Agner's around.
Yeah.
He's doing Agnery things. Alright, so yeah. Eridu will sit down and take up the cards, deal out the next hand, dealing himself in, and say, "So, Ren, it's been a few months. I'm sure you would love to go and visit or see your parents very soon."
Yeah, I think we're going tomorrow, right?
I mean, that does appear to be the plan, but well, wait. Shit, I don't know about the thing. I don't know about the thing that Ellie has, so there's that. But yeah,
How they were going to get there, the item.
yeah, yeah.
We would consider that you would know it because
Oh,
that was the plan. That was
okay.
how they were going to get there.
So why wait when Ellie has it in her means? In fact, probably in her very pouch pocket of getting you there now.
Uh, well, yeah. I mean, I guess she does. I don't know. I I don't know if we wanted like mum and dad to meet Agner when he's this drunk, though.
Well, then obviously Agner can stay here and he can sleep it off. He doesn't need to be there yet. I mean, shouldn't shouldn't the reunion between mother and children be sort of a private affair? The kind of thing that is between the family, and then we bring Agner along later on. We catch up.
Uh, uh, and then Ellie, because she's right there.
Right.
Will cut in and say, well, we can't really leave you behind. How would you catch up to us if we're just gonna teleport straight there? It's a
I
long
mean,
way.
We can travel. It'll only be what? How long would it be? A few days, a few weeks.
Yeah, a few days. So.
We would only be a few days behind. It would give you and Ren plenty of time to catch up. And I mean, your parents are going to have a lot of questions about why you're bringing home a 17-year-old, brother. And I think that questions about that, as well as questions about bringing a couple of people they've never met before, that's a lot at once. Best to ease them into it.
I guess, but I mean, I was quite excited to introduce Leah to mum and dad, and show around the place, and you know, um, I mean, I guess if you catch us up, but
Yeah, Eridu's gonna, all this time he was, putting his attention on Ren and trying to appeal to him, but he's gonna turn to Ellie and he's gonna put his hand on her forearm and look dead into her eyes and tell her, "I promise you, we will be right along, very soon." With a 15 deception, because he by no means can make that promise. I need to train myself in deception, but I haven't.
Yeah, for the amount of times that you try to use it, I mean.
Eridu lies a lot.
well, I mean, maybe we should ask Leah first. Leah would probably know, like, if not that I don't trust your judgment, but maybe we should talk to everyone about it.
All right, this will be my persuasion check, which is a 21, as I will say, Leah would want you to go on ahead. She would want your parents to be comfortable with what's happening between you and Ren first, before she's introduced to them.
Okay. Well then maybe I should go and say goodbye to her at least, like she knows that we've gone.
Of course, I mean, I would never stop you from saying goodbye to your friend.
Okay. I guess we're going now?
Go say goodbye, then come back and gather Rue and Ren.
Okay. Yeah. She like gets up awkwardly from the table, slightly confused, but heads over in the direction where the Digloo is.
As soon as she's away, Eridu, I'm gonna turn to Rue, and say, "And you're going with them. We need someone to keep them safe."
Am I doing Rue? That's not used to Rue.
Otherwise, I'm talking to myself.
I know.
That's
I mean,
what DM.
Rue doesn't need to actually respond in any way unless he has an objection to it.
It's fine. He agrees.
And then he says, "Now I have 5 queens," and he lays out 3 jacks, an ace, and a king.
Rue is saying that.
No, you have How did you even get 5 cards? We're playing blackjack still.
Oh, okay.
And let me know when I get whispered to. But
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
I think about then. So when Ellie kind of gets up and starts to leave, that's when you hear the voice.
Okay. Do you want Ellie to do her thing?
It's okay. I mean, she's only just passing the campfire kind of thing, so you can react to.
Yeah,
the whisper.
Eridu will go, shit! And he'll stand up abruptly and, cursing, I knew I shouldn't have trusted that son of a bitch. I'm gonna grab Agner by the arm. Let's go!
What?
And
Huh?
we're charging towards the Digloo after Ellie, apparently.
All right, Egner, like he's getting pulled a bit, and then he pulls back just enough to go, like reach down and swing the fucking bottle away, and then he lets himself get pulled by Eridu.
I'm imagining the attempt to get Agner on his feet is what's slowing Eridu down, giving Ellie plenty, some time to get there before us.
So Ellie reaches Diglett first. So Soter just sent this message, and then like barely any seconds later, there's like a kind of are there doors on these things? There are doors. There's like a no. I don't know. She comes
I
in.
think there's like a canvas tarp, maybe?
Alright, okay. She kind of awkwardly and slightly nervously comes into the room. Oh, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything. Apparently me and Brennan are going now. Eridu said that you thought this would probably be for the best option. Leah,
Yes. I think it's a good idea. I think that now is the time for you and Ren to go home and for the next part of your of Ren's healing and your family life to take off. I think that's a good idea. Eridu had a good suggestion.
okay. Well, sure. Yeah. If you think that's the best. I mean, I already said you guys would catch us up anyway. So I guess that's fine. I just wanted to say goodbye for now. And then she's gonna like try and step forward and hug Leah.
Ugh, Leah. Ugh. Leah feels so bad. Leah will hug her back, but it is not a good hug.
Really awkward, very awkward hug.
So,
It is a hug that has more angles in it than it should have.
so at this point, this is when Eritu and Agner come into Diggler as well, and I'm gonna say that there are these waves of like awkwardness and like guilt and not really knowing how to deal with the situation are kind of radiating through this room. So
Right.
you two feel it as you come in.
Egner will pick up on it, not in a conscious way, but he'll just pick up on it and say, like, what the hell's going on in here?
Well, so much for a swift exit.
I did not make this happen.
Eridu, setting his cold stare and Soter, I've brought you dinner.
I think we're trying to be subtle now. Is this what is happening?
And
Apparently this is the subtleness where he didn't want to just outright call him out for trying to leave while
Yeah.
Ellie is there.
And I brought the whiskey. That was my job, right?
Yes, Agner.
I did it.
Nicely done.
I did it, Eridu.
I just turn to Leah and I go, Jesus, I didn't think he'd actually do it.
I didn't actually
Well,
bring you dinner.
This is slightly awkward. So, yeah, we're gonna head off.
I thought it was Ellie who was going to head off. By the way, Ellie, and then Egner will put a hand on Ellie's back and just give her this like pat on the back that is like really just like not that endearing, and it just kind of feels like it's out of place. You know, he just says like, you know what, Ellie, I just want you to be safe. You've been doing great, champ. You know, come on, just come on back safe, and feel free to bring Ren back. I mean, Ren's always welcome here. Obviously, he's been great. So I mean, have a great time, and yeah, be safe. Have fun.
Thanks. Yeah, okay. I'll leave you guys to it. Yeah, I'll see you in a few days, I guess.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, and I just address the entire group. So
Oh,
this
God.
one is going somewhere else.
She has this family reunion thing to get to.
Okay. She's the family reunion one. Great. So that means won't be coming with us. So in that case, and I cast Gust.
Okay. What does that do?
So
Ellie
essentially,
out of the
I
room.
move a medium or smaller creature 5 feet away from me. If they fail, if they fail a strength saving throw.
On Ellie?
Yes.
Ellie's pretty tough.
Oh, she did crit though. So she just kind of, and she's also very like, she knows magic, so she would just kind of look up at you and like, what are you doing?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. Right. I'm sorry. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, and I cast Gust again.
Alright, we'll let happen.
What's your DC?
15.
She rolled a 17. She's just kind of like, she looks from Soter to Leah and back to Soter again. I was alright.
Soter just kind of strokes his non-existent tiefling beard. This is not going according to plan.
You shut up. And then I'm going to turn to Ellie and put an arm around her and usher her towards the door. So we'll just pack our things and we'll leave tonight as well. That way we get to your parents even sooner. Grab Rue, grab Ren, and be on your way.
Okay. Keep an eye on him. He's weird.
Yes. I plan to.
Good. Okay. Be safe. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
You too. Goodbye. Have fun storming the castle.
She just wanders off.
Ellie just
Close the
walks off
flap
so
and just round on Soter.
she's so
Just
confused.
The coldest look.
Whilst Eridu is ushering Ellie out of Ellie out of the hut, he does not cast Gust. However, whilst Eridu's back is turned, Soter goes into his pocket and takes out this sort of metal disc again. He slams it on the floor and whispers under his breath, "Patent." And a giant flaming portal appears.
Kind of.
Oh.
I've got a slightly different description to what happens.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This portal it's different to what you came through. It's not like you. And I will say, like, this is kind of my fault. I didn't really tell you like exactly what happens. I just kind of said it will do a thing. So
We like to give proper descriptions.
But you've used this before. Like you know, this is common to you. So when you speak the command word, this small disc that was kind of like fit in the palm of your hand starts to spread across the floor like a pool of liquid. It's black, pure black, but it like shimmers and ripples out into this sort of person-sized hole, essentially. And then it clears, and it looks like a hole in the ground. You can see rough-hewn steps leading downwards, straight into the ground. And it goes into darkness. You can't really see past.
Right, let's head off. You said you'd already packed, so let's go. Leah, wasn't it? Yeah, let's go.
Eridu says, and I pack light. On the way, you can explain to me where we're going, right?
I mean, if you want to, it'll be fun.
You better. You better explain all of this. And this is pretty high-handed of you, by the way. I agreed to one thing. I didn't agree to all of this.
You said you'd come with me.
Hey, we'll have a conversation. Egner, are you... I can't even ask him anything. He is drunk.
At this point,
Look.
does Agner just, blindly trip his way into the portal?
Falls down the stairs.
No. Egner will say, I'm sorry, I need to grab something. Can you give me a second? I'll be right back. I really need to grab something. And then he'll run out, stumble out, and he'll go into his house really quick and just pick up his bag of holding that's got all of his other valuable shit that he's got in it, and he takes Talon's blade and he slings the bag of holding over his shoulder. He's got Talon's blade in the one hand, and he comes rushing back in, and then he says, okay, alright, just one more second. I'm going to try something that I've never tried before. It's not going to hurt anyone other than me. It might hurt me. I don't know, but I'm going to try it, okay? And then that...
Right, we want to say no, not okay, but you're gonna do it anyway. So.
Yep.
And that's when Egner casts Lesser Restoration on himself in an attempt to purge the toxic alcohol from his body and sober up. I'll spend the spell slot right now. And Carrie, you can tell me if it works, how much it works. I mean, it can remove the condition poisoned from you.
So you cast the spell, and you start to feel it drain away. You feel the drunkenness start to drain away, but with it comes a splitting headache.
Nice.
It's like you've basically just woken up after a night out.
Oh yeah, it's like a fast forwarded straight to the hangover. Great.
Yeah.
I was just
Great.
gonna make a comment about a world where we can get drunk and skip the hangover, and then just choose to not be drunk anymore.
No such
what
luck.
kind of ramifications? But no, this is wonderful.
No such luck. So Egner then says, "Oh, I knew it was gonna hurt me. Oh gods. Oh." And everyone can tell that when he's talking, he's got his shit a little more together. He can enunciate a little better. My head hurts, but I got my sword. I'm ready for whatever the hell it is that you want to do. Oh, gods. I'm not. I don't think I'm drunk anymore. I don't think so.
He doesn't seem quite as fun when he's not drunk.
You don't get to say anything.
Can we be making our way down the stairs while this is happening? Is it possible?
No, it's not.
Is
Soter,
the stairs the portal thing?
Soter's standing at the top of the stairs, looking very confused at the headache-ness that Eigner has brought upon himself. So, if you're all coming with me, there's one rule, and one rule only. You
Oh,
listening?
no.
Yeah, you're listening? Yeah. Bo, are they listening? Can I look up at them all?
Proceed.
you've got to stay within the light of my lantern. And I just kind of remind everyone that I'm holding a spear lantern-y type thingamajig. So it's literally just a spear with a little bit of a lantern on the edge. That is the one rule. You break this rule, I can't save you. Okay?
Shit.
This is gonna be fun.
How
Okay.
how much light do you have going off of that lantern? Because I don't know if I told you this, Soter, yet, but I'm kind of blind. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just like stick right next to you, you know, like white on rice. Um, it'll be fine. It'll be just fine.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
I'll guide you, Agner. You'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, we all got the rule.
Yes. If there's enough
Eight-
room for all of us to be in the light of your lantern.
There is plenty
18
of enough room.
insight into like no 16 into just
Yeah, I think you should probably do that too. Be like, what is up with this guy?
yeah. What's up with this whole light thing and all of that? Like I don't know. Just do I feel that he is leaving some very valuable and important pieces of information out?
You feel like he is leaving information out. Like, he seems to definitely know the reason why, but he is so deadly serious about it that you get the impression he's definitely telling the truth. But
That there
yeah,
is danger outside his lantern, but he's not
Yeah.
telling us what it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he hasn't said it. But also, I'm of the assumption, or Eric is of the assumption, that if we keep on this whole process of negotiating our way through this, that he is going to peace out, that Ellie's probably going to peace out with him, and answers will be gone. So, Leah. Why do I get those two characters' names mixed up? So,
I don't know.
yeah, Eridu's just going with it.
Right. Fair.
He's also pretty bad at the moment.
Yeah. That's fair also. So is Leah. So, I mean, who's to say who's actually really angry at the moment? All right. Leah says, I told you I would come with you, but I continue to have questions.
Well, I mean, you've trusted me so far. I suppose the least I could do is answer some questions for you on the road.
Yep. For example, why must we stay inside the light of the lantern?
Well, see, I've done this so often, I've kind of forgotten. I'm kind of acclimatized to it. But, I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's just, it's just not recommended.
Rolling. That's a 27 insight.
I mean, again, like, he's not lying. Just, there's definitely more to it.
Yeah, my takeaway from all that was, all right then, you keep your secrets.
Right. Yeah, it's just waves of irritation coming off of Leah at this point. I'm sure everyone's
Do
catchy.
a perception check for me, Leah.
18.
You know that these waves are kind of flowing off, you know how
Oh, yeah, I
waves
can.
work. And you can kind of even see that, like, Agner and Eridu to an extent are responding in a way you're used to seeing them respond. Spectre doesn't seem even slightly bothered. Like, nothing's changed about him.
Well, Eridu
Just-
usually doesn't.
Staring at us with his eyebrows raised, just expectantly waiting.
Ugh.
Like Usher gesturing for you to go in the hole. Do you?
Filing that one away. Fine. Let's do this. Let's go.
You set off down the hole. Yeah?
Yes, we do.
As you start making your way down the steps, so I'm just gonna describe this. You have done this a million times before. As everybody gets down the steps and out of the hole. You turn around. You turn around and pull at the edge of the hole, and it peels away like a sticker. And then you're just put into complete darkness until it's just a lantern. And then it shrinks down back into the disc, and you can put it back in your pocket. And then you all start to walk. So basically, I'm going to sort of describe the journey a little bit. And then you guys can, like, if you guys want to have like a chat on the way, we can do that as well. But I'm going to cover a little bit of the journey just to move us on a little bit. So it is pitch black, other than around the lantern. Some of you have dark vision, so you would be able to see that you are moving through essentially a series of cave tunnels. So where am I got to? Okay. So you start making your way through a winding cave system. But why you would think it would be kind of cool down here, there's like a strange heat that seems to radiate from the rocks themselves. The first cavern that you sort of enter into is wide and open and very echoey. This hallway, Soter, you're leading them through this chamber, is like you kind of know where you're going in a way. And you start to move through tunnels and series of spaces where sometimes you have to kind of go side by side and like shimmy along, like think this is like full-on caving kind of situation. You're like sometimes having to climb over things, having to crawl through very small gaps where sometimes you might kind of panic that you're gonna get stuck, and then you manage to like scramble your way like out. The lantern light is like you are managing to stay within this space though, within the light. You keep moving for. It feels like an hour. It feels like a long time, and there's not a lot changing in your surroundings, other than you notice that the temperature is rising and rising. You seem to be sometimes going down slopes or having to actually physically drop down more holes, so you can feel that you're going deeper and deeper. As you go deeper, the heat gets hotter. Okay. Once you're about 5 layers down, do you want to have, by this point, do you want to have had a conversation during this time? Because this is like a long time passing, or should we just keep moving?
Yeah, I don't think we'd be like going in silence. I presume that other people would have questions about why journey because Leah agreed to something. So I feel like there would be some talking, if not like outright arguing as we go.
Yeah, Egner would definitely have a hard time with the whole situation, like, because he's definitely coming to a sense, to a state of consciousness that he wasn't necessarily at before, and he's just asking general questions of, wait, so where is it that we're actually going? Because I don't know, I'm able to do anything, really, I'm fine, but I don't know. I just feel like I got talked into this whole thing, and you know,
You just got yanked into
I
it.
kind of got yanked into this thing, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on. And as far as how he's acting toward Soter here, he'll still be relatively friendly, but he'll keep on like forgetting Soter's name, just like definitely show you that he wasn't in the best mental state when he first met you, but he's got this general sense that Soter can be trusted. But still, wait, what's her name again? I'm sorry. I've never done this kind of thing before. I mean, I've been that drunk before, but I've never like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, that's
Told you I wouldn't forget it anytime soon.
exactly. Okay, and I won't forget Soter anytime soon.
Good.
Yeah. Wait, so where are we going again?
A little journey, shall we say.
All right. All right.
Soter, come on, just listen. You told me you have to tell them.
But you're special.
I
mean,
am. Ugh, that is such a weird thing to keep saying. I don't understand.
but I did. I mean, obviously you're special. Like everyone around here is like weirdly drawn towards you. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't like it. There's a reason I didn't want to come with you in the first place. However, you still need to tell my companions what's going on. They're here for a reason.
Because they came in at an inopportune time?
I wouldn't have left without Eridu, and Eridu doesn't often go without Egner, so
Oh.
whatever you can tell me, you can tell my brother and his friend.
Oh, you guys are brothers.
I'm a lady.
Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah. What I meant to say. The heat's getting to me. Yes, you two are related would have been a much better word to say. Interesting. I just thought you happened. I don't know how the elves work. Do you guys like come from the same tree or something?
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, no, I did refer to him as my brother on multiple occasions.
Hmm. Must have slipped my mind. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just keep. Let's just keep walking, shall we?
Uh-huh.
Fine. I'll tell them. Fine. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. And I just kind of whack my lantern on the ground to make a nice echoey thump. It's like, okay, guys, I have been coerced into telling you what we're doing, so I'm going to make this quick. I'm a tiefling. You guys don't like tieflings. I help tieflings. So we are going to a little refugee camp that I've made for tieflings who are no longer enslaved. And your dear companion has offered some help in getting the most vulnerable back to a state where they're no longer slaves or servants or any form of either of those. So, yeah, I need help. I don't like admitting it, but I need help. And hey, I appeared out of nowhere and you guys were there. So that sounds kind of like it was destined to happen. You didn't kill me. You did bring me dinner, so or lunch or whatever. So hey, don't get any ideas. But it's just it's gotten to the point now that I need help, and I don't like asking for it. But you guys, yeah.
All I want to say is I resent the part where you said that we don't like tieflings. I've known some tieflings. I think they're great, honestly. I think they're a little misunderstood, but I think they're great. So yeah, I'm not objecting to the plan. It's good to know what's going on.
Um. So, this is context. I need to play this out. Um. Is this absolute honesty? Like this is actually what his whole thing's about, and there's nothing hidden here.
I'm sorry, but do you think at this point I would lie? I'm literally bringing you through the circles of hell. Down
Well,
a certain,
I need to know this
um,
as a player to play out Eridu's reaction.
This is
So-
what he does. He's telling
Yeah.
the truth about what he does. He rescues tieflings.
Yeah. So Eridu is going to look at him and say, "I have never met an elf or a tiefling before, but I am afraid the one I have met hasn't left a good impression. If this is the truth, why not come out with it in the first place and ask for our help right off? I get it takes shattering your pride, But in times of desperation, we set pride aside so we can do what we need to.
Bold words. Obviously, you've never been hunted down for trying to save your entire race.
Don't pretend you know what I have or haven't been hunted down for. Have you looked at my face?
I mean, it's not the prettiest thing I've seen.
No. And it used to be much prettier.
Damn. Age has not been kind on you, has it?
Life isn't kind. I understand that.
Okay.
By the way, just for context, I rolled a 1 on my insight check. And so the exact opposite of what should be helpful in this moment is what's going to be coming out.
Well, obviously you've been enslaved and just destroyed your entire life, so I'm glad you understand my plight.
My frustration has nothing to do with your plight. I would be happy to help those in need. It has to do with trying to spirit away with my sister without any attempts at letting us know, aside from a snarky remark.
Wasn't snarky, that's for sure. Sorry you felt like that, but you know, she offered to help you guys. Well, Leah said that she'd come with me immediately. You guys were all, let's get drunk, which normally I'd be all for, but unfortunately I have pressing matters to attend to.
There's nothing to be done for the fact that we were already here. And I am willing to help you if your story is true. If it is not, I won't hesitate. But make sure that I hit next time.
You might want to practice on the walk then.
Eridu smiles, but it's not the smirky, like, we were having this casual banter back and forth when we were threatening each other's lives smile. There is something of Feywild menace in it.
Little Pixie.
A little tixy.
Egner will do a little bit of this, try and massage his headache away, and he'll look to Soter and Eridu and say, "Look, all of your bickering is giving me an even worse headache, so if you could, I don't know, tone down the aggression. It's weird that just the aggression is what's giving me a headache, but that's what's happening. So, yeah." Okay.
As Agnes starts to complain about having a headache and they're bickering causing this, you've been walking while you've been having this conversation, and you found yourself in another pretty open cavern. Suddenly, a shrill screech cuts across Agnes complaining about the bickering giving a headache, and this is far, far louder than the bickering was.
Well, that's going to give me an even worse headache. Great.
And then, those of you that can see from the dark vision, you can see that this cavern has like holes all over the walls, and following the screech is the sound of beating wings, and rushing out of these holes come what essentially looks like a big cluster of flapping things, and they come straight out toward you guys. All of them are now screeching. You can hear their wings beating in the air, and as you all brace for them landing on you, they seem to hit like an invisible force, and it's basically where the lantern light kind of comes out to. They all start smacking into this as if it's like a glass like dome, and you can see when this happens a little bit better what these creatures are. They're pale white with like long pointed beaks with razor sharp ridges all the way down them. Their wings are almost like demon like, and they have like really sharp claws, and they're trying to like claw at and peck at this invisible barrier. They don't seem to have eyes though, and they're all sort of shrieking around each other, almost like they're talking and communicating to each other. So this doesn't surprise you at all, but the rest of you.
Eridu will exclaim, Soter, where the hells are we?
Exactly.
We are just traversing a little cavern. Please keep your hands and feet inside the lantern at all times if you want to keep a hold of them. Otherwise, you know what? Now might not be the best time to ask questions.
Agner holds his hands over his ears and gives a nice, very, very loud, very rousing. Ah! He doesn't like it. He doesn't like the very loud noises like that.
That definitely affects his ability to know what's happening around him.
Seriously. At this point, he will actually clutch onto Soter's maybe a scarf or his cloak or something. Agner will be hobbling along, making sure to stay in the lantern light, trying to shield his ears with one hand while he's holding on to Soter with the other.
Now, Eigner, I appreciate your position. However, try not to exclaim so loudly.
Okay, I'm sorry. This just hurts really fucking bad.
I can imagine it's not that fun for us either.
Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's go.
I agree.
You pick up speed, kind of at a bit of a jog now, making it across this cavern. And you come to another small passageway that you manage to squeeze through. It doesn't seem like any of the creatures are managing to follow after you. You can kind of see the odd one trying to crawl into the gap, but they get stuck or they can't quite get in there. You follow this passageway for around a minute. It's a long, tight passageway. But then eventually, it opens out into a huge cavern. One so big that you can't even see the ceiling, even with your dark vision. And as you start walking, this room is silent. Like, all of the other rooms have been quiet, but you could hear your own footsteps kind of thing. But this is, like, silent. As you keep walking, the ground changes from what looks like rock, well, what is rock, into what looks more like a liquid. It now kind of looks like you're walking across an ocean, but it's a black ocean. The water is still though, but ripples do spread out from beneath each of your footsteps. The first thing you notice, at first it's just like flat. You can't see anything sticking up or anything. And then you notice in the distance a ship, but it seems to be perpetually sinking. Its back end is sort of stuck into the air, and it looks like it's about to go down. Not Igno. So was Eridu there? Eridu wasn't there either. Leah, roll a history check for me, please.
Oh, I know where we're going with this now. Oh, well, but apparently Leah doesn't. That would be a 7.
Okay. It looks like a ship. You've seen quite a lot of similar. It looks like a ship that you probably would see around, like, where you're, like, Twin Harbor and stuff. But you don't notice anything about it. But you keep on walking. And then you see, slightly off to the side, a church, but it's all like, it's black, it's dark. It looks like it looks like it's sat somewhere at night, like long abandoned. I obviously can't see this, but Eridu and Leah would notice No, do your religion checks on me. You have to do religion checks.
Religion.
Yeah.
For all of
Religion.
us?
Just Leah and Erity. Soter can do it too. Soter can do it too.
Which is religion. That's intelligence based.
Religion.
I have a 10,
Religion.
so not super high, not super low. It's
Wisdom.
right in the middle.
It's intelligence. I have an 8.
Okay.
We are useless.
No.
19.
All right. Okay. I mean, it would depend on whether Soter would actually tell anyone this. But you recognize this to.
Hey, can evil fucking dickhead in my head help me out with that at all?
Are you actively trying to commune with him? Because also down here, he would be far more vocal. Like, you would be feeling a surge in power from him.
I wouldn't be actively trying to communicate with him, but looking into my monk abilities, I've heavily incorporated some of them in with ticks. For instance, the ability to understand all spoken languages is a ticks thing. Like, ticks literally translates and tells him what's being said around him. Maybe he doesn't
Interesting.
actually know that's what's happening, but like, so ticks will be feeding information into Eridu's head from time to time.
Okay.
If this is a thing he would recognize. If not, it's fine. Tix is a fake creature. He may not know anything about modern religions.
I don't really know. You can decide on. I'll tell.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. So do you recognise that this is a church to Samus? But it looks like it stood abandoned in the distance. But whether you tell anyone, that's up to you.
The lawbreakers.
Seen it hundreds of times.
You haven't. This is so the things that you can see now are not what you would usually see down here. But whether that
But it
changes.
is. This is Ace's interpretation. Would Soter also recognize that these things do change? Or has he always seen the same thing?
He
and
often sees the same things. They're often the same, but he does know they can change. But...
Okay.
And then a voice breaks across the silence, and a young girl screams Soter's name. This scream echoes across this landscape. And then a young tiefling girl pelts her way across the top of the water. You can hear her footsteps like slapping on this water. And she runs across your path. You can see that tears are streaming down her face. She has very soft lilac-coloured skin, and her hair is blonde and it curls softly around her shoulders. She looks young, and she stops. She skids to a halt and turns to look directly at your group, and she screams again, "Soter, please!" And I'm going to stop there.
Oh, I apologize to everyone and sprint across the darkness to her.
And we're going to end on that. We're going to end on Soter running off.
So we're gonna end on Soter running away with our lantern while the three of us are left in the darkness.
Oh,
And he
Sweet.
charges after this girl.
Sweet. What?
That
Yeah, what will happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to find out. Is Agner actually sober? We'll find out. All these questions answered and more. Join us next week as we continue this new episode, episode 16, called Supernova, being dungeon mastered by Carrie. Thank you again for joining us, Matthew. We are so happy to have you within the fold, within the party. And yeah, thank you.
despite Eridu's attitude, you are welcome.
Aw.
We're happy to have you here.
Nobody listens to Eridu anyway. So
Ellie did.
Yeah, I guess so. So thanks once again for joining us, and we'll see you next week for more Roll for Mischief time. Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.